Okay, welcome back, and this is still part 3 of our final coaching in CDI, and we are now on item number 83. So let's start with number 83. When testimony of witness is reduced into writing or affirmation, then it is appropriately called. So anong tawag natin sa testimony of witness na sinulat na? No? This is reduced into writing. Is it affidavit, disposition, confession, admission? Actually, under the law, this is called disposition. No? When testimony of witness is reduced into writing. Ang tawag dyan, disposition. Okay, disposition. 84. What role in criminal jurisprudence requires mandatory pre-interrogation and warnings concerning self-incrimination and the right to counsel a suspect? So ito yung rule sa criminal jurisprudence natin na kailangan ang bago mo gawin yung interrogation, no? Mandatory pre-interrogation, kailangan mo siya bigyan ng warning. Ano yun? The right against self-incrimination, na hindi siya pwede na anything he'll say will be used against him, and the right to counsel, you know, you have the right to remain silent, so the right to have it competent and even counsel preferably of your own choice. Anong tawag natin dyan? Is it doctrine of proof of poisonous tree, doctrine of presumption of innocence, Miranda doctrine, or due process of law? Ito yung tatawag nating Miranda doctrine. No? The right to remain silent, anything you say will be used, can be used against you, and the right to have an independent and competent counsel, preferably of your own choice. Yan yung Miranda doctrine. 85. Any person found loitering about in public or semi-public buildings or places, or trampling or wandering about at the country, wandering, yung palaboy on the streets, without visible means of support or income. Anong tawag natin dyan? Prostitute, pimps, vagrants, or whores. So, of course, ang tawag natin sa mga taong palaboy, idol, walang ginagawa, tambay, ay vagrants. Yan yung mga vagrants. Pero, under the law, under the new law, vagrancy is not anymore a crime. Kasi anti-poor daw. Anti-poor kasi sa discriminatory. Kaya, hindi na siya crime ngayon. It's not anymore a crime. 86. Basing it from the rules of criminal procedure, who will subscribe the information? Okay, filing court. Actually, if you're going to look at the question, this question is parang law, no? Law. Kasi yung CDI may law element din yan eh. Information is the charge. Ito yung kaso. Sino ang magsasubscribe? Sino ang magpe-prepare sino magte-take out dyan sa information na yan? Is it the prosecutor, the offended party, police officer, or the judge? Of course, it is the prosecutor. Kasi information. Hindi ito information na data. Information, ito yung charge, ito yung kaso. Okay, subscribe by the prosecutor. Kasi ano ba yung sinasubscribe ng offended party? Ang sinasubscribe ng offended party is yung complaint. Okay? Pati anong kinasubscribe ng public officer? Complaint din. Yung judge, hindi, naghihintay lang yan eh. Kasi yung information, isasubmit kay judge yan. Sino mag-submit? Yung prosecutor. Ito yung kaso. No? The judge will determine kung may probable cause, he will issue warrant of arrest. Okay? He will issue warrant of arrest. Now, 87. State of psychological or physical dependency. So, ito yung dependency. Or both, which results from chronic, grabe, no? Periodic and continuous use of narcotic drugs or mind-altering substance. Anong tawag natin dyan? Yung talagang there is craving, no? Craving. Gusto nang gumamit ng dangerous drugs. Is it drug abuse, drug addiction, drug habituation, drug dependency? So, of course, it is drug dependency. Okay, dependency yan. Okay, number 88. The knowledge acquired by the investigator from various sources such as people, files, crime scene, etc. is collective known as. So, ang tawag natin dito, ito yung knowledge na nakuha ng investigator galing sa mga tao, no? Sa mga files, rogues gallery, blatter, no? Crime scene, etc. Collective known as. Anong tawag natin dyan? Well, it is collective known as. Is it evidence, data, facts, or information? Well, collectively, it is known as what we call information. Information yan. So, Yan yung, remember, 3 I's of investigation: information, interview, at saka instrumentation. 89. Considered to be the most influence factors of drug abuse. Ano ba yung most, no? Pinaka reason bakit yung tao na gumagamit ng droga? Is it parental influence sa mga magulang nila? Is it environmental influence dahil sa environment? Peer pressure dahil sa barkada? Or curiosity? Or poor personality? Ang tamang sagot dito ay peer pressure and curiosity. Ito yung, according to Dangerous Drugs Board, yung survey nila. Actually, accordingly, na primary reason bakit gumagamit ng drugs yung tao is yung peer pressure, barkada, saka yung curiosity kung ano ba talagang inasa ng epekto ng drugs sa kanila. Okay, that will be 90. A person found guilty of use of dangerous drugs for the first time shall be punished. Okay, remember, ang isang tao, guilty. Anong kaso? Use lang naman ng dangerous drugs. At saka first time offender siya. Anong penalty? Okay, pag-use kasi yan, is it imprisonment of at least 6 months? Is it imprisonment of 6 years amounting to 12 years? Is it rehabilitation of minimum period of 6 months or rehabilitation from 6 months to 18 months? Of course, this is rehabilitation of a minimum period of 6 months. Again, this is only for using. Saka first time offender siya. Okay? Kaya ang penalty is only rehabilitation. Basta user. Okay? 91. The post-mortem examination conducted on a human body to determine the cause of death. Okay? Post-mortem, yun say patay. Patay na, no? And conducted to human body, i-examine ang human body dito. Anong purpose? Determine the cause of death. Determine the cause of death. So, this is called, post-mortem rigidity, dichotomy, autopsy, or medical legal examination. Well, of course, we know that this is autopsy report, autopsy operation. 92. The part of investigation report that gives a brief summary of major investigative steps accomplished is the. So, ito ay part ng investigation report. Bahagi siya ng investigation report. At saka, it provides what? Brief summary of the major investigation steps accomplished. Is it details, underdeveloped, synopsis, conclusion, recommendation. So, brief summary kasi, it is synopsis. Okay, brief summary, synopsis. Yan na. Ayan yung keyword natin. Brief summary at saka synopsis. Synopsis are more or less the same. Pare-pareha lang yan. The piece of metal or electrical conductor used to bypass a safety device in electrical system is known as. So, ito ay isang piece of metal, no? Or electrical conductor that used to bypass it. Keyword here is bypass it. Safety device in electrical system is known as jumper, wiring, explosive metal piece. Of course, this is jumper, no? Ito yung bypass para maraming modes dito sa Manila, no? Gumagamit sila ng jumper para, anong purpose ng jumper? Para medyo maliit yung bayad ng kuryente nila. Okay? Kasi it bypass the meter reader. Kaya gumagamit ka ng kuryente directly sa source. But that is dangerous, no? Kasi unregulated siya. Baka sasabog yung mga appliances mo. Pero libre yun. 94. What drug is known as the assassins of the youth? Anong drug ang kilala bilang assassins of the youth? Okay, kasi maraming mga kabataan dito nagsisimula. Dito nagsisimula sa paggamit ng droga. Is it heroin, cocaine, marijuana, or shabu? Of course, it is marijuana, the assassins of youth. Kasi dito kasi si marijuana medyo mura. 10 pesos, 20 pesos makabili ka ng marijuana eh. Okay, sa high school, mga bataan, wala pang pera. So, they maintain, they opted to use marijuana. Okay? 95. In cases withdrawal of drugs cause serious physical illness. There is what? Withdrawal of drugs. And there is physical illness, also called abstinence syndrome. Abstinence means pag-stop, pagtigil sa paggamit ng droga. It is also otherwise known as, anong ibang tawag dito? Psychological dependency, physical dependency, addiction, or withdrawal syndrome. So ito yung tinatawag natin withdrawal syndrome. This is abstinence syndrome. Okay, withdrawal of some drugs. Okay. PO1 Delos Santos was commanded by the chief of police to observe the house of well-known drug personality in their locality. This operation is called, anong tawagan sa operation na to? Yung you will observe, no? You will observe um, the house of well-known drug personality. Well, this is called stakeout. Okay. By the way, this is item number 96. 96. Item 96. Who will decide the lifting of security cordon and the release of the crime scene? Sino ang magde-decide para i-lift na ang security cordon at saka i-release o i-release na yung crime scene? Is it the chief of police? Is it the investigator on case, the SOCO team, or the first responder? Well, ang tamang sagot dito is yung first, investigator on case, the IOC. Ibang tawag dito is IOC, investigator on case. Okay? Yung SOCO team kasi, with coordination with SOCO team, no? Kailangan yung IOC, investigator on case, siya yung magkukulit sa SOCO team kung kumpleto na yung investigation. Kung kumpleto na, then the IOC will decide to lift the fingerprint as a security cordon and release the crime scene. 97. Persons who were found guilty under the provision of 9165 is, anong epekto pag found guilty ka ng 9165? Allowed to apply for probation? Qualified to apply for probation? Disqualified to apply for probation? Or not allowed to apply if the sentence is more than 6 years and 1 day? Well, under the law, yung nakasuhan o guilty ng 9165 is disqualified to apply for probation. Except minor offender. Okay, except minor offender. 98. A police officer investigated the crime where a mother intentionally kills his own 2 days old child. Yung mother mismo ang pumatay sa kanyang sariling anak. If you are the police officer, what case are you going to file? Anong ipapile mo na kaso? Yung mother mismo yung pumatay sa kanyang sariling anak na 2 days old. Is it infanticide, parricide, murder, or homicide? Actually, dalawa lang yung choices nito. Infanticide at saka yung parricide. Infanticide kasi nga less than 3 days old, less than 3 days old, 2 days old eh. Parricide kasi mother. But the answer here is of course infanticide. Kasi kahit sino pang pumatay sa bata na below 3 years old, below 3 years old, below 72 hours, it is infanticide. Kahit na magulang pa yung pumatay sa bata na less than 2 years old, it is still infanticide pa rin yan. That is still infanticide. Okay. 99. It is known to be the procurement and transportation of women for immoral purposes. Anong tawag ito? Ito yung pag-recruit, pagkuha o pag-transfer ng mga babae, especially babae, no? For what purpose? Immoral purposes. Anong tawag natin dyan? White slavery, prostitution, human trafficking, or organized crime. Well, ang tawag natin dito is human trafficking or ibang tawag, TIP, trafficking in person. Now, anong kaibahan ng white slavery at saka ng human trafficking? Actually, the same yan eh. White slavery, ito yung mga bugaw. Kasi pag yung bugaw na huli na ng bugaw ng mga babae o mga laki, kahit laki, that is white slavery. White slavery yan. Pero, under the new law, kung may white slavery at may human trafficking yung isasagot natin because of human trafficking is a new law, RA 9208. Ito yung Trafficking in Persons Act natin. So that's a new law, relatively new law yan. Kaya kailangan, yan yung i-apply natin, yung human trafficking or trafficking in person or TIP. Okay? That is 99. 100. Which the following is not a qualifying circumstance in the crime of murder. Ang hinahanap natin dito is not a qualifying circumstance sa pag-commit ng murder para consider yung kaso ng murder. Is it alibusya or treachery, evident premeditation, careful planning, cruelty, no? Yung added physical injury, or membership in the cultural minority? Well, ang tamang sagot dito, ang hindi qualifying, not qualifying circumstance of murder is membership in cultural minority. This is a qualifying circumstances in the crime of genocide. Okay? Pag pinatay mo isang tao because he belongs to a cultural minority, then that is genocide. Okay, that is genocide. Okay, that will be all for this video.